Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go!
And welcome back to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care. As always, I am your host, Candy Washington, and I cannot wait to help you lead a more joyful life. So before we dive into today's episode, which is the first step to being happy, I think that's one of the biggest life questions we have, right? Is how do you actually be happy? Today, I'm going to walk you through what I personally have found to be the first step in order to actually be happy. So before we dive in, be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, subscribe to the podcast as well, and also share this with a friend, anyone who you think might need a little bit help on finding their happiness and getting their joy back and stepping into the highest, most empowered version of themselves. So be sure to share this, like, rate, review, and subscribe. Also, check out everything in the description box and the show notes. All right, so with that, let's dive in. So it's a little hokey, but you guys know me, unless this is your first time, I'm a little hokey. I have this magnet that is on my refrigerator, and it says, "Be happy with what you have while working for what you want." Helen Keller. And I think that is the true essence and the first step of finding true happiness within yourself and within life. For me, I know I used to really, and sometimes I still do, I'm still human, I used to really struggle with being satisfied, being happy, being content in the moment with what I'm doing, with what I have, with what I've accomplished, what I haven't accomplished, just really being appreciative and feeling enough in the actual moment, in whatever the case may be. And as long as I was not allowing myself to accept, because that's, to me, is the first step, is acceptance, accepting, good, bad, or otherwise, exactly who I was and exactly what I had and exactly where I was in my life, I could never be truly happy. I could never have true inner peace. I could never be truly content. Because when you're not focused on the present moment, when you're not accepting who you are, what you have, how you be in the moment, then you're one or two things. You're depressed or you're anxious. You're thinking about the past, which is depression. Why don't I have this by now? How come I'm not here by now? How come this and this hasn't happened by now? And you're just thinking all of these things of how come I don't, how come I don't, how come I don't. Or you're living in mental anxiety, fear of the future, right? I will never have, I will never be, I will never get, this will never happen. And as long as you're living in those two places, you can't be happy. There's no happiness in depression. There's no happiness or joy in anxiety. But when you can say, in this present moment, in the now, I accept exactly who I am. I accept exactly what I have. I accept exactly what I don't have, what I have accomplished, what I haven't accomplished, whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's the societal things, owning a home, being married, having children, a number in the bank account, a title at the office, whatever it is, right? Having gotten this by now or that by now, or done this by now or done that by now, right? As long as we cannot just say, I accept my life and who I am exactly as it is right now, and that is enough, you can never begin your journey to true happiness. That is the foundational step, is self-acceptance. But I want to be clear that self-acceptance is not complacency and it's not permanency. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So accepting yourself, loving yourself, knowing that you are enough and you are valuable exactly as you are, regardless of what hasn't happened past or what you think will never happen future. Let go of depression, let go of anxiety. Exactly as you are in this moment. Accepting that, having that be enough, still being worthy and valuable, does not mean that you're complacent. It doesn't mean that you think, all right, this is as far as I come, this is as far I'm going to go, it's cool, whatever. It's not that. It's not having goals. It's not being ambitious. It's not wanting and desiring more or different for your life. It's just saying that this is who I am, this is what I have, and that's enough. It's okay. Like, it is okay. There's nothing lacking in me because I don't have this. There's nothing lacking in me because this happened or this hasn't happened. There's no lack. When you come from the place of accepting, this is just where I live, this is just the money I have, this is just what I'm doing, this is just the relationship, and it's okay, and it doesn't make you feel like you're lacking something or you're not enough of something or you're not good enough for something, you can still be confident and secure in exactly who you are and exactly how you are. That is the foundation for truly being happy. It's not complacence, it's acceptance. The other part of that, accepting yourself, it's not permanency. So it's not saying, well, you know what, I'm single now, I accept it. That means I'm always going to be single. No, it's not permanent. It's just is what it is. Oh, I haven't gotten a raise at work. I haven't been able to make more money in life. I haven't been able to do this. I guess I'll just always, live hand to mouth. I guess I'll always just not have enough money. No, it's not permanent. It's just, it is what it is in this moment. And the way you actually shift from it being the way it is in the moment to change into getting something different is through accepting that it is and not allowing that it is to mean anything about you, to mean that you're not worthy of what you want, to mean that you made too many mistakes, to mean that it's too late for you, to mean that you'll never have, be, and become, or whatever it is that you want to be. Don't make where you are right now mean that is who you are and where you will always be. It is not permanent. And when you're able to be happy with where you are, then you're able to open up your creativity, your imagination, the power of gratitude and appreciation. You take off the stress, you take off the depression, you take off the fear, you take off the anxiety, you take off the low self-esteem, you take off the comparison, you take off not feeling good enough. And then you step into the power of now. Now, whatever is going on, that's okay. I'm not complacent with it. It's not permanent, but it does not mean that I'm not enough. It does not mean I don't get to be, do, and have everything I want in this world. It does not mean that it will always be this way. But until you are able to accept yourself for exactly who you are and how you are, how you be and what you have in this moment, you cannot start your path to happiness. Because when you are not accepting who you are now, you're either living in depression or you're living in anxiety. You don't become complacent and don't think it's permanent. But the way you truly become happy is by being happy where you are, by being happy with what you have. Because the truth is, you only want something different is because you think once you get that, it will make you happy. But until you know how to make yourself happy now, how you can show appreciation and gratitude for where you are and who you are and what you have now, then nothing outside of you will make you happy. It's an inside job. So just accept, you know what? This is who I am. This is what I have. This is what it is. And that is okay. It doesn't mean anything else other than this is what it is. And I'm going to focus on what I can appreciate. I'm going to focus on my goals. I'm going to focus on myself, and I'm going to be happy in the process. Because nothing outside of me, no milestone, has the power to give or take away my worthiness. Therefore, regardless of what has happened or what hasn't happened, what will happen, what won't happen, I am still worthy. I am still good enough. Therefore, I deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy exactly as you are and exactly where you are. And accepting that unlocks your path to true happiness, and it unlocks your power to change your life. So with that, thank you so much for joining me. That is my number one first step to being happy, is self-acceptance. Who you are, how you be right in this moment, it's okay and it's enough. You are still worthy and you are still deserving. So, if you found this helpful or valuable, please be sure to subscribe, like this channel, like the video, and share with your friends. And until next time, everyone. Until next time, if you need more support, you can definitely look into the description box and the show notes. We have a Facebook group, we have courses, we have books, we have tons of stuff. So if you need more support, just go ahead and look down everything in the description box and in the show notes. So until next time, everybody, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!